go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Xavi, Iniesta, Neymar.
Football, they say, is a team sport, but more often than not, a successful team usually requires a talisman to take them to the top.
Is onside. Doesn't have a lot of support, but we know he's capable of doing it himself.
Lionel Messi in Barcelona and Cristiano Ronaldo in Real Madrid are good examples of individual brilliance aiding team glory.
Make Juventus pay for their mistake.
Add Luis Suarez to that list too. The Uruguayan has been unstoppable, netting an incredible 19 goals in 12 league games since returning from suspension. With his 2 goals against Cardiff over the weekend, Suarez became the first player in Premier League history to hit double figures in a calendar month with 10 goals.
This guy is just on fire!
I just think it's just maturity. I think he's really felt the love of the supporters. I think after the 10-game ban, it was extremely difficult for him to cope because he's a man that plays football because of the love of the game. I think you see that in him every week and every day in training. I'm fortunate enough to see that. So, but I just think he's mature and he's accepting the role and responsibility that I've given him here as one of the senior players. He's not only a top player, but he's one of the pillars of the group for me.
Luis Suarez!
His individual dismantling of Norwich is a season's highlight, and even his harshest critics will have to admit he is currently the best player in the world.
Obviously this time, Luis Suarez!
With a new deal tying him to the Anfield club till 2018, Liverpool fans might just be in for something special at the end of the season.
4 goals for Luis Suarez, 4 for Liverpool.
I like the city, I love the city, and the supporters is so nice for me. They help me, and I try my best on the pitch, and I think after the summer is a difficult time, but they help me for the comeback to play, and I think when the supporter help you outside the pitch, you try the best and fantastic work for the pitch, for they are happy.
He makes Liverpool history! The first Liverpool player to score 3 league hat-tricks against the same club.
All hail King Louis the First.
Talk about him for decades and decades. You see what Luis Suarez can do?
That's it. Special report on Luis Suarez, and then that report ended with all hail Luis Suarez the First. Tayo Salam is with us now. Tayo, remarkable season already.
Yep.
For Luis Suarez.
Yeah, incredible stuff. Really, 19 goals in 12 games. I said in the report there, he's just all kinds of goals. He's scoring varieties of goals. He's not scoring tap-ins alone. He's scoring from outside of the box. He's scoring from volleys. Scoring from corners. It's just incredible right now. Also assisting. He has about 6 assists already this season. I just have to say it's a justified talking point that he is the best player in the world alongside Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
We can go on and on with Luis Suarez, but let's just leave that quickly and just see what the papers are saying this morning. We're not far away. They're not far away from what we are also saying in the studio. Front page of the Complete Sport: Manchester City versus Liverpool. Showdown in Manchester. Man City, Liverpool tango. Suarez 6 goal number 20, and it's not impossible.
Absolutely not impossible. Although we're going against very quality defenders this time around in Vincent Kompany, but Suarez right now is unstoppable. Really, I really see him getting goals against Manchester City. But then we know Manchester City as well too. They have loads of goals in them.
Let's just take starting from the home stretch. This one says Adile Eagles shouldn't underrate Bosnia. Very, very important. Iheanacho dumps Man City.
Yeah, incredible stuff. First of all, Adile saying the right thing. You can't afford to underrate these guys actually, because they're actually on top of us when it comes to the FIFA ranking. So why are we going to underestimate them in the first place? Iheanacho, it's starting to look ugly for me, if you ask me, because at this stage of his career, I expect everything to be smooth for him, not having this kind of contract challenges.
Like it looks like there are negotiations, because if he's truly young, we should be thinking about him playing more football.
Exactly.
Than
the money ball. Then we can't forget the economic aspect of things in Nigeria as well.
Okay, finally, front page of the Complete Sport: Eagles leave for Chan January 7th. That's a good one because their tournament will begin on the 11th right there in South Africa.
We're looking for Nigeria to put up a very good performance as our debut competition.
Okay, that's it. English Premier League Boxing Day action. I'm sure you're waiting for that one. Liverpool will take on Manchester City at the Etihad.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers says Manchester City, they're a good side, they can score, but they can also concede.
And in Suarez and Raheem Sterling and the other players in Liverpool, they can score goals as well. So they'll be looking to exploit the very not too solid defense of Manchester City. And I have to say, hey, thanks to the English Premiership for making us football fans have something to look forward to on Boxing Day. All the other leagues break, but they still do this thing for us. I can imagine.
In most cases, the games played on Boxing Day have been decisive towards the team that will win the trophy.
Exactly, like this one between Man City and Liverpool is first versus third, and it will have a bearing on what will happen eventually at the end of the season.
Okay, that's not the only game we'll be seeing today. Other games to be played on Boxing Day. Hull City will play Manchester United. Aston Villa will take on Crystal Palace. Cardiff City versus Southampton. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge will play Swansea City. Everton, another good team, fourth on the table, they will play Sunderland at Goodison Park. We'll also see Arsenal and some of the fixtures for the Newcastle, Stoke City, Norwich will play Fulham, Tottenham will play West Brom, and then Manchester City and Liverpool. Let's move on with the show. Fulham, they are 19th on the table. Not a good one, but this is good news because Alan Cobishley will take the role of technical director.
Yeah, good to see Alan Cobishley back in the game. He's been out for a while now, for about 5 years since he left West Ham United. But it's good to see him back, and hopefully his input is able to help Fulham avoid relegation. But I still think they'll be in a dogfight till the end of the season.
So that's it for Fulham. And then Jose Mourinho retire. What is he talking about? Because I know he's delighted that he wasn't beaten at the Emirates.
Absolutely, he's very satisfied with the 0-0 draw. And after the game, he was booed by the Arsenal fans, calling him boring Chelsea. But then he has a reaction for them, like he always does. Austin.
Okay.
His reaction basically is Arsenal are the boring team, because when you're playing at home and you don't get a goal, Peter Cech doesn't make a save until the 85th minute, then you are the boring team. No,
that's what he says. I think boring is a team that plays at home and cannot score a goal. That's boring. This is Mourinho for you.
Absolutely agree.
We cannot stop talking about boxing because I told you, being a sports person, it is boxing now for us. We must talk boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is in the news. For me, I just want to hear when Floyd Mayweather Jr. will take on Manny Pacquiao.
Absolutely, that's the fight we're all waiting for right now. But it's looking like it's not going to happen. If everything coming from Mayweather is anything to go by, because he's saying he's not. But the good thing is, this fight is not looking like it will happen. But then the fact that he has Pacquiao on his mind, because he's been slandering him on social media for a couple of days now, and something might just give in at the end of the day. But then it will be a very hard one, especially when it comes to the negotiation part of it, which I believe is holding this particular fight. Is holding it up because Pacquiao is with Bob Arum, who is his promoter, and he used to promote Floyd Mayweather as well. So, and they had issues back in the days in terms of underpayments and stuff like that. So I believe it is the politics of the game that is actually holding this fight back. But we're still hoping as boxing fans
we need to see that fight.
These two guys fight.
I think they're just considering the money. When the money is right, everybody will be fine and we'll have to fight. Quickly, Tyler, let's talk about the NBA. Some results.
Results from last night. Christmas Day as well. So these guys, they're holidays for them. So we understand why they're ending all the big bucks. And Chicago Bulls beat Brooklyn Nets 95-78. Oklahoma City Thunders 123 over New York Knicks. Miami Heat destroyed LA Lakers 101-95. Eastern Rockets beat San Antonio Spurs 111-98. And LA Clippers beat Golden State Warriors 103-105. Obviously, the big game of the night yesterday was between Miami and LA Lakers.
Okay, that's it. Updates coming from the NBA. I think it's about time.
Yes, the Lakers are really struggling. Kobe Bryant is out again. Remember, he just came back from a long-term injury and is out again for another 6 weeks. He didn't play yesterday, and duly they lost to the Miami Heat. The Lakers, I really pity them this season.
That's it. You can actually rely on Channel Sports for all the latest updates and news coming from your interesting world of the NBA. We'll leave you with highlights from the Miami Heat game with LA Lakers. That's some cracker you would like to see.
Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, 23 points apiece to lead the Miami Heat to this victory.
I think when Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh are ready to play, then Miami
they didn't need a big game from LeBron James at all.
That's it. That's where the curtain falls on this edition of Sports This Morning on Channels Television. In closing the show, let's stay with the real acceptable definition of boxing. They go out there, show some love, give someone a gift. Not necessarily a physical gift, but put a smile on someone's face. And as you do so, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.
Downtown Los Angeles franchise is in the league. Continue this.
Ready to go right across the street from us here at
Rose Bowl game. That beautiful setting. One of it centering around the absence of Kobe Bryant, fractured to his left knee, out 6 weeks. Mike D'Antoni's system, from an offensive standpoint, really maximizes players' ability. In transition, Wade finds James! Grab that and put it under your Christmas tree.
Well, and the problem...
And Wade hanging out in the corner with LeBron at the table. Meeks takes it away.
Here, good reaction by Jody Meeks, and then the breakaway layup. Lakers up 3.
Wesley Johnson missed the 3. The shooting percentage down in the second. Wade looking for the return to LeBron. Off the window and down. What if he had to read the way it was going and had to come back with the left hand? Wow.
Who are just, they've got a certain level of joy about them, and certainly Young has that.
And he's got a chance for a 4-point play. Could really keep them in this game, and the 3 could be an equalizer. You were dead on. They've hit 10 3-pointers thus far today.
And they're going to have to probably hit 5 more to have a chance.
Oh, Young! A 3! LeBron noticed where he hit a 3 towards the back end of the third.
Well, he's in his own world, and this was well defended by James, but just a big-time race.
LeBron James walks down towards Kobe Bryant. These 2 champions, league MVPs.